This is Nissan in Game Live. I'm Michael Barkann, Ron Jaworski across the way. You know, Jaws, I started this day with a shirt and tie on and a jacket. Now I'm left with my bowling shirt. Are you kidding
I
me?
like that Hawaiian bowling shirt. That's really
Well,
good looking.
you know what?
Uh,
People don't know we're in Hawaii right now. We fly there for halftime and then come on back. I'll tell you what, I have no doubt that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win this game, but I'm still very frustrated, very annoyed at the way they played in this first half. As my good friend Larry Baum texted me, they played down to the competition. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I'd agree with Larry on that one. But they did have a great drive on their first
Sure did.
possession of the game. 91 yards, 19 plays, burned 9 minutes and 47 seconds off the clock. They mixed in the run and the pass. They had balanced 7 runs, 24 yards. 9 to 12 was Jalen on that drive for 66 yards. It was beautiful. I love the B word. I love balance. It keeps everyone in the game. It keeps the defense off balance. Perfect execution. After that point, they played down to the competition. 2 turnovers, and you know my stats on turnovers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bring it.
Okay, -1 or more, you lose 80% of the time. So that's how
Minus one or
more.
and they're
And we're
minus.
-2 right now. So it's not good. It's
No,
not turning the football over. Way too much. You can't have those turnovers.
and they were creative offensively in their play calling. They were moving the ball. You mentioned the first drive. They got the ball back. It's 14-9 right now at halftime. And to me, you're looking at potentially what, a 10-point swing with the fumbles and the interception, and then the Jets going down and scoring the ball at the end of the half.
Yeah, and actually, our defense all season long has really responded after an Eagles turnover. The Jets got a field goal. That's the first point scored against his defense after a turnover. So, they jump in there and make, they erase her. They erased the mistake of the offense, but the Jets got 3 points in the half, so we're at 14-9. And we let a team hang around and get a little confidence. You can see the Jets do have some talent. Their offensive line is dreadful. We ought to be gutting that offensive line around. There is good pressure on the quarterback, Wilson, but Wilson's made some plays. And both Wilsons are pretty good. The wide receiver, Garrett Wilson's pretty darn good too. But you let a team hang around like this, you're playing sloppy with the football. You said -2 in the turnover category. You let a team hang around, crazy things happen.
All right, let's get individual. Jalen Hurts, 18 of 25, 172 yards, a touchdown, and the pick. Kind of a pinball thing. I don't know what you thought of the throw. His passer rating's 87.4.
Well, the interception brings the passer rating down. But I thought, for the most part, I thought Jalen was terrific. I mean, he orchestrated a great drive to that 19-play drive, and he did it by extending plays. There was some pressure in the pocket. He got outside the pocket. He made people miss. He scored a touchdown just basically on his 240-pound strength and his 660-pound leg press, and he bullied his way into the end zone. And it was close. It was close if he got in or not. But I think Jalen's playing terrific, and obviously A.J. Brown he's unstoppable. I mean, he just what an incredible athlete. Strong, big, tough, fast, you name it. Boy, just get 11 the ball.
5 catches on 6 targets. He's got 189 yards. DeAndre Swift, 6 catches for 35 yards. I thought he might lead the day, and who knows, by the end of the game, he very well might. At the end of that long drive to start it off for the Eagles, it looked like the ball would be turned over on downs to the Jets. They took a look during the commercial break. They gave the Eagles a touchdown saying Jalen Hurts broke the plane. I'm not going to quibble because all's well that ends well. But what did you think of the play call there? It seemed like they went through a lot of stuff to get the points where they could have done something else.
Yeah, I mean, it's always, easy to question play calling when you have access to the result, although we end up with a touchdown on the play. 3 yards out, you couldn't do the push, so we had to eliminate that one. But it was, Jalen was going to run that body up in there, and I have no problem with the call. I don't when you got an offensive line like this, and I'll say it unequivocally, this is the best offensive line in football. Some injuries right now. You got Lane went out in the first half, so we were looking at Driscoll. You got Suapata in there at right guard, so the right side is some backup players. But Lane was in there when the first drive, so they did punch it in the end zone. But my only concern, and I'll say this to the Cowboys, I do not want my quarterback running. I just don't. I think availability is always more important down the stretch than ability, and I want my quarterback healthy.
I'm with you, man. I am with you. Jalen Hurts, 4 rushes, 21 yards, He's getting 5+ yards an attempt.
Yeah.
That's not bad. What's bad is if he doesn't get any more yards because he's out on the sideline.
If he takes some hits, and they don't wrap it up and say, "I'm going to put you gently on the ground." No, they want to bend your face mask. They want to puncture your lung and crack your ribs. That's how they want to take you to the ground.
I thought they played that way when you played, right? Let me place you gently.
I hear it's supposed to be the same game.
Gently, yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, and then let's talk a little bit about the Eagles defense. What you saw. There's no Jalen Carter. There's no Darius Slay this week. Nakobe Dean's back in there for the first time since week number 1. They held him, no touchdowns scored, certainly, and they held him to 3 field goals.
Yeah, I thought Nakobe Dean was very, very active in the football game. This defensive line should literally gash the Jets' offensive line. They should be running Zach Wilson down all over the field. In fact, most of the time they are. But it's really a very weak Jets offensive line. And we've got a great defensive line, which are how he spends the money. I thought they've been good. The secondary at times has played good. I don't think it's been consistent, but with all the changes in that secondary, I got to give the guys some credit. They've hung in there pretty darn good. But the key is going to be pass rush pressure on Wilson, force him to throw early, and then the interceptions come.
And that's what you want to see in the second half.
That's correct. Turnovers.
All right. That's going to do it for Nissan In-Game Live. For Ron Jaworski, I'm Michael Barkann, reminding you when the clock hits 0 in this game, Jaws is back with Barrett Brooks and Reuben Frank and John Clark up at the Meadowlands and Dave Zangaro as well. It's exciting.
And you'll have a different shirt on.
I'll have a different shirt on with a tie, with a cravat. And I'll tell you something else. Eagles going to win. If the Eagles don't win this game, I'm going to be very upset.
We all will be upset. Come on.
You expect them to win.
Absolutely.
Okay. Me too. They got the lead, for goodness sakes. Only in this town. For good. All right.
Got to win.
We'll see you when the clock hits 0.